25/8 is in the business of time. We help leaders of small and medium-sized businesses work smarter, not harder, so they feel like they have an extra hour in the day and day in the week. Go from don't know what I don't know to I can't miss this show, as we talk proven strategies, practical tips and insider insights from a diverse range of industry leaders. Make time to grow your capabilities and confidence with 25/8. Running a business today is like a high-performance sport. Markets shift, technology evolves, customer expectations rise, and pressure can build. And unlike large organizations, small and medium business often operate without a safety net. No strategy team, no HR department, no leadership training budget, no in-house coach. No business leader begins fully formed. And just like elite athletes, business owners need structure, feedback, challenge, inspiration, support if they want to grow and win their race. Welcome to this episode of Make Time, where I'm going to talk about the difference between coaching and mentoring and what results you should expect to get. I'm your host, Sam, and I'm passionate about helping you and your business thrive by working smarter, not harder. And thank you for joining me on this episode. At 25/8, we've spent a decade helping thousands of SMEs build strategic capability, confidence, and measurable performance improvements. We know that the fastest, most sustainable way to accelerate business growth is through a combination of education, where we understand what you already know and do and build relevant and practical knowledge and skills that can be applied immediately, with coaching to embed behaviour change and build momentum, with mentoring to gain wisdom and accelerate learning. Coaching and mentoring are often used interchangeably, but they are not the same. They deliver different outcomes, they play different roles and support business leaders in different ways. Understanding the difference helps you choose the right support at the right time and ultimately grow faster. I like to use the analogy of sport because I think that might make sense to most people, given most of us may have experienced participating in sport in school in some form. However, this could apply to anything where you're preparing for a competition. So let's imagine you're training for a major race or competition. If you're serious, you'll have a coach who develops your training plan, refines your technique, holds you accountable, teaches you discipline, builds winning habits, pushes you when you're capable of more, helps you stay focused, and stands on the sidelines cheering loudly when you perform. Your coach is deeply invested in your performance. Ideally, you'll also have a mentor, someone who may have already run the race or competed in the same competition. They know the course intimately. They share what to expect. They might warn you about any pitfalls or offer shortcuts and lessons. They inspire you through their own story and show you what's possible. Your mentor gives you wisdom, not training. Coaching shapes how you run. Mentoring shapes how you think about the race and the path ahead. Both matter, but they matter differently. So what is coaching and why is it the most powerful tool for growth? Coaching in a business environment is a structured, future-focused discipline that helps individuals clarify goals, build new habits, improve decision-making, stay accountable, navigate complexity, increase confidence, perform at a higher level. A coach doesn't tell you what to do. A coach helps you to think better so that you can do better. The Institute of Coaching reports that 80% of people who receive coaching report increased self-confidence. Over 70% report improved work performance, relationships, and communication. Meta-analyses by the Journal of Positive Psychology also show that coaching reliably improves performance, goal attainment, and well-being. So why is this great for leaders of SMEs? Because it can help you change behaviour, remain focused, and consistently take action on things that matter. It helps you move from stuck or constantly working on the business. So what's mentoring and why does this accelerate learning and decision making? Mentoring is a relationship with someone who has experience you don't yet have. A mentor shares what they've learned, what worked and what didn't, what they wish they'd known, how they avoided pitfalls, how they navigated that business stage, and shortcuts that may save you months or years. A mentor won't usually hold you accountable or track your goals. That's coaching. Instead, a mentor expands your worldview. The research backs this too. Mentoring improves career satisfaction, learning, capability development, and even promotion rates. Employees with mentors outperform those without mentors. In business, mentoring helps you make better decisions because you benefit from someone else's hindsight. So, what are the difference in outcomes? Coaching usually delivers clarity, performance uplift, accountability, momentum, discipline, leadership growth, and behavior change. And mentoring delivers shortcuts, strategic perspective, wisdom, inspiration, pattern recognition, and understanding what's ahead. In short, a coach helps you run the race well. A mentor helps you choose the right race, avoid mistakes, and recognize the terrain. That's why businesses that combine both support systems grow faster. Here's something to be aware of, though. Coaching and mentoring is an unregulated industry, meaning that anyone can call themselves a coach and anyone can call themselves a mentor. There's no qualification as a legal requirement, no ethical standards are enforced, which can create a risk, especially when a coach oversteps into therapy or advice giving or any unsafe practices. Coaches who train through reputable bodies such as the Association for Coaching or International Coaching Federation must follow a strict global code of ethics, understand boundaries and scope, protect psychological safety, maintain confidentiality, use evidence-based methods, have professional supervision, and undertake continuous development. This protects the client and ensures coaching is delivered safely and effectively. Mentors aren't held to any code. That's not a criticism. It simply means that the quality of mentoring depends entirely on the mentor's experience, their values and professionalism, or any support that they might have been provided in their mentoring roles, such as being trained on what a good mentor session looks like and getting regular feedback. So we know coaching and mentoring are valuable. But when you start with education, the impact of coaching and mentoring increases significantly. At 25/8, we've seen this pattern across thousands of business owners. When someone learns the foundational concepts before they enter coaching or mentoring sessions, they progress faster, making better decisions and achieve stronger outcomes. When business leaders step straight into coaching without foundational knowledge, sessions can slip into explaining concepts rather than working on implementation. You spend a lot of valuable time learning what to do instead of using the session to focus on how to do it well. So we see education as a foundational component before you select a coach and mentor. It helps you build capability. That's why we give business leaders the frameworks, tools, and strategic understanding they need to grow, including the knowledge of their growth stage, their systems, pipelines, customer insights, leadership, and more, because it gives you a shared language, a clear map of the different stages to navigate, an understanding of systems and pipelines, strategy, and financial foundations. It gives you an awareness of what good looks like and clarity about the habits and behaviors you need to build. This means your coaching session becomes sharper, more focused, and significantly more productive. Instead of asking, what does a sales pipeline mean? You're asking, here's the pipeline I've drafted. Can you help me refine it and build the weekly habits to make it work? That shift alone accelerates results. Mentoring is most powerful when the mentee already understands basic concepts and frameworks. Without that, advice can feel overwhelming or too abstract. When you already know the fundamentals, mentoring becomes more strategic, more relevant, more contextual, more actionable. A mentor can say, when I moved from survival to success, here's what changed. And you immediately understand the implications because you know the framework. You're not learning the basics, you're learning the wisdom. Many business owners begin coaching or mentoring already feeling overloaded. Education helps organize the chaos. It gives you structure to what previously felt uncertain. When you understand that each stage of business has distinct priorities, systems matter more than effort, focus creates time, strategic clarity reduces burnout, you enter coaching and mentoring with a calmer mind and clearer focus. This makes you more receptive to challenge and more capable of meaningful change. When leaders understand core principles up front, such as customer focus, growth stages, lead generation, time prioritization, they often begin making changes immediately. By the time coaching starts, they already have early momentum, an understanding of their gaps, clarity on the goals they want to set, and awareness of what needs to change. A coach then builds on a moving foundation, not a static one. Education exposes business owners to new ideas, new models, and new ways of thinking before they begin the reflective or implementation focused work of coaching and mentoring. This creates greater openness, higher ambition, deeper reflection, and stronger readiness for change. When someone learns what's possible, they show up differently. They set bolder goals, they commit more, they take action faster. Without education, coaching can become task-based instead of strategic. Mentoring can become advice-driven rather than contextual. Actions may be misdirected. Decisions may not align with your stage of business. You may miss the foundational behaviors that drive growth. Education ensures everyone, you, your coach, your mentor, is working from the same page. This creates alignment, clarity, and cohesion across all support systems. Coaching then helps you implement what you've learned, set clear goals, build habits, track progress, stay accountable, reflect and improve, moving from knowing to doing. Mentoring then accelerates that because they've run this race before, they can identify those blind spots, they understand the nuances of your industry, they share real life lessons and connect you with networks, help you avoid those expensive mistakes. This 3-part model is how 25/8 consistently delivers high engagement, high completion rates, increased revenue, job creation, and measurable capability uplift. When done in the right order, the trio creates exponential impact. Education accelerates coaching, coaching activates education, mentoring contextualizes both, and all three reinforce each other. It's why businesses in 25/8 programs often achieve results faster than they expected, and why they sustain those results long after the program ends. This isn't about giving people more to learn. It's about giving them the right information at the right time so coaching and mentoring become more potent, more strategic, and more transformative. This is the essence of human-centered business education: knowledge that increases capability, coaching that builds discipline, and mentoring that accelerates wisdom. Together, they help people and businesses grow, not by chance, but by design. So why you need support? Beyond the coaching and mentoring research, broader small business studies reinforce the same truth. Businesses with external advisors grow faster. According to Xero's It's Your Business Australian research, SMEs with external advisors, which include coaches and business advisors, were more likely to report revenue increases. They reported higher confidence in running their business, and they were more optimistic about the future. This aligns with what we see every day at 25/8. Business owners who have structured support outperform those who try to do everything alone. Just like athletes, those with coaches and mentors outperform those who train solo. So the first step is to identify the right support that you need. You work with your coach when you need to make consistent progress, build discipline and focus, improve performance, change behavior, develop yourself as a leader, create accountability, turn goals into action, and embed new systems. And work with a mentor when you need to understand the terrain ahead, avoid mistakes, accelerate your learning, expand your thinking, gain industry insights, see what's coming next, grow your confidence, and be inspired by someone who's done it before. get both, where you want to grow faster, scale sustainably, move between business growth stages, reduce risk, make better decisions, and step into a higher level of leadership. And if you really want to accelerate your progress and skills, consider the 25-8 model. It's intentionally built to help people and businesses learn faster, perform better, grow sustainably, build capability, increase confidence, make better decisions, avoid unnecessary mistakes, and accelerate through business growth stages. So much so that you'll feel like you have an extra hour in the day and day in the week. And we do this with high standards and measurements in our education, coaching, and mentoring that we continuously improve. We do this because we're so passionate about helping small business and the people within them to thrive. And we know that if you had access to the kind of support larger enterprises had, you'd have equal chance of success. Because business is the sport, you are the athlete, and with the right support team, you don't just compete, you win. Thanks for listening to Make Time, a business podcast by 25-8. If you like the show, please take a moment to write a review and feedback on what you'd like to hear next. If you never want to miss an episode, hit subscribe or follow on your favourite listening channel. If you want to get even smarter, join our newsletter, community, or take one of our programs. Links down below. See you next time.